There are thousands of food additives that are put in America's food supply that do not go through rigorous testing of the effects that has on humans. But this skates the line of the ability of being able to feed the masses, even though food additives have increased food supply and sometimes preserve freshness and last longer. Food additives have an effect on our food, our health, and our economy. At age 21, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. I weighed 287 pounds at a 5'10" frame. Mostly my diet consists of TV dinners, fast food. Much of what I was eating was processed food. Most of my health conditions that I had at the time, blood pressure, overweight, joint pain, arthritis, back pain at age 21, went away after I started eating healthy, non-processed foods. As food companies get more and more creative with different foods for the consumer, they add more and more additives are created to make that happen, which can be a good thing or pose a health issue for you. Although there are clear positives to allow food additives into our food supply that can aid in supplying food and bring down the cost, there's also long-term health effects, and they'll be linking back to these food additives. There are many reasons why companies use food additives. One advantage to food additives is to preserve the food longer, to be able to reach the masses and add nutritional value for the consumer when it gets there. The overall freshness of the product, how long it lasts, is determined by the type of food additive used. Not all additives are preserved freshness. However, there are also additives that add texture, taste, color, and nutritional value. When consumers take a food item home, they want it to last as long as the expiration date. In a journal article, Food Additive by R.M. Pandey and S.K. Epide, it states, a food additive which prolongs the shelf life of foods by protecting against deterioration caused by oxidization. Antioxidants are used to preserve food for a longer period of time. The ability to prolong freshness of foods allows the food to reach more people and meet the demands of an ever-increasing population. In a journal called Adding Molecules to Food, Pros and Cons, a review on synthetic and natural food additives by Marcio Caracho et al. States, it is estimated that the world's population will reach 8 billion by 2025. This increase represents a challenge for the whole planet. Larger amounts of food must be produced to feed the increasing population, and especially in underdeveloped countries. More the population, the more food that needs to be available. So longer the freshness and the item, the more availability it has to feed somebody. Other additives improve the quality and nutritional value in food. In an informational packet sponsored by the FDA and put out by the International Food Information Council, Foundation states this very fact. Vitamins and minerals are added to many foods to make up for the lacking in a person's diet, or loss in processing, or to enhance the nutritional quality of food. This is a nice addition to some that may not be getting all the nutrition they need. In the same informational packet, it states spices, natural, artificial flavors, and sweeteners are added to enhance the taste of food. Food colors maintain or improve appearance. Emulsifiers, stabilizers, thickeners give the foods the texture and consistency consumers expect. Leveling agents allow for baked goods to rise during baking. Some additives help control the acidity and alkalinity of foods, while other ingredients help maintain the taste and appeal of foods while reducing the fat content. Now that we've discussed how food additives can preserve the freshness, quality, and nutritional value of food, let's talk about the white elephant in the room. Are the food additives that we have in our food supply have a negative impact on our health? There have been many studies done that have called out the negative impact food additives that are having on our health. More and more doctors have recognized this and have written articles on the negatives of food additives. There will be a point in time where we have to decide over our health of our bodies or the health of our economy. The effect food additives have on our economy is immense, but do the potential health concerns outweigh the impact to the economy? Even though food additives expand how long we can keep items on the shelf, they may also be the leading cause to health problems today. In an article by Marcio Caracho, he states, one additive, aspartame, at certain levels, conditions can turn into a poison or carcinogen. After this, other studies have shown the long-term consumption of aspartame may lead to hepatocellular injury and alterations in liver antioxidant status, while also altering behavior in rats. Although not with intense debate, aspartame present in stored food can at high temperatures at pH above 6 break down into its metabolite, which is a major carcinogen to the central nervous system, is being actively investigated. Another additive that is very common is food coloring. In the WebMD article, The Truth About 7 Common Food Additives by Martin Downs, MPH, December 17, 2008, Downs states, Artificial food is suspected of causing increased hyperactivity in children. Also, the dye yellow number 5 has been thought to worsen asthma systems. In the 1970s, the FDA famously banned red dye number 2 after some studies found that large doses could cause cancer in rats. Having the ability to add nutrients and improve the quality of food has made the food industry a multi-billion-dollar-year industry. That's a major part of our economy. And some of the testing hasn't changed in 40 years, and in some cases, it doesn't get tested. Caracha states the actual truth is that, a global food market, $30 billion. This is a major economic footprint that the food industry holds. Caracha continues, the core studies regarding food additive safety in the United States haven't been altered for 40 years. It is now time to review these protocols and prepare new ones, incorporating new technologies, new knowledge, and leaving space for wider, transversal, undoubted debates within the scientific community and by stakeholders. In an interview with Dr. Marcelo Maffini, he states, "One of my surprises was to learn that there are more than 10,000 chemicals allowed in our food. Roughly half of these are purposely added, and they are called direct additives. When we looked for published literature to see how many were tested, for example, by feeding them to animals to find out if they had harm, we didn't find information for more than 2/3 of the FDA-regulated additives. The FDA's own database had many holes. Only 36% were fed to lab animals to study their effects. Those facts I just discussed is just the tip of the iceberg of negative health issues that some food additives have to our bodies, and there are so many more. Food additives have a place in our food, which contributes to the overall quality and appearance, as well as nutritional value. It has a huge economic footprint, but could also have some health effects on the human body that could force regulators and businesses to make some tough future decisions. Before I finish, I would like you to remember one thing. The population on this earth is not decreasing. It's growing rapidly, and the pressure to increase food supply to feed all these people can be a tricky situation. But to pass those additives without any scientific basis beyond them can lead to health issues down the road. Ultimately, it's up to you what you put in your body. The food business is a $30 billion business that has the pressure of making money and also supplying safe quality of food. You have the ultimate control though, and that control is what food you buy in the store. Thank you.